Hey guys, happy Vlogmas day number 8! I can't believe it's already day 8. So, in other news, today is kind of a partly cloudy sunny day. Well, it's not really sunny, it's more cloudy. Which is also every month I have like a day where I remember kind of a person that's passed in my life. Helps me kind of, I guess, but it helps me remember them. So on the 8th day of every month, I usually remember my grandma, who is from my dad's side, who passed away from pancreas and breast cancer when she was 84. Her death to me, it was hard, yes, but she wasn't here like all the time. She came here maybe 2 or 3 times to the States. I think she would be proud of what I'm doing, and she always said that I always have a nice voice and that I, always should be going into music and the whole 9 yards. So that's always confronting and comforting to know that she really was proud of me when she was here and she was happy for me. Since I didn't do my 24 days of tea yesterday, we're going to do that today. So I'm picking out number 7 and number 8. So let's see what we have for 7 and 8. So this is number 7 and this is number 8. So 7 looks like this, and 8 looks like this. I brought out 2 steepers because I'm gonna need 2 steepers. So I am assuming this is a green tea. I believe it's goji green it's called, and then this one I believe is sleigh ride. This is one of my other favorite teas. I made some matcha this morning, and then I believe there's more matcha flavors coming out. I just don't know what flavors, and I'm excited. That should be coming out, I think sometime next week. So this is 7. He seems to be making more of a mountain, and 8 is making a snowman. Oh, look how cute that. I don't know if I told you guys, but I think there is snow coming tomorrow. As much as I love snow and I love how the world looks in white, I'm excited for it, but I'm a little anxious because I have to sing tomorrow at 4:30, and I'm supposed to be meeting the director at the church for 4. I'm gonna vlog it so you guys can see. Tomorrow's gonna be so pretty, the world in white. We're only getting like 3 to 5 inches, but it's still snow, and I love snow so much. First, before I go anywhere, I'm going to wash my David's tea things. So I'm watching Christy's vlog. In there, she's like, oh, I get a lot of questions about the GRE. And I'm like, I'm hoping, keep my fingers crossed, I get to go to grad school. This is gonna be crazy. You guys are gonna be like, you're insane. So where I want to go to grad school after I'm done with my bachelor's is I want to go to Yale. Yale has a fantastic organ performance program that my director went to. I know Yale's a very hard school to get into, but then again, you don't have a lot of people trying out for the organ programs. I can be one of the lucky, people that get selected into the program. I heard the program is phenomenal. The director's like all for it. Christy was talking about GREs, and I'm like, I don't need to take any GREs. I'm gonna be a music performance major. I've proctored GRE exams. From what I've seen, they're very long. They're like 100 and something questions. So I'm so happy I don't have to do grad school exams. I know that Central's mostly in the music department. They are known for music education. The director was like, what about you in teaching? I'm like, that's not happening. I hate music education. I'm like, I want this organ performance degree from Central, and then I will continue getting my 2-year degree from Yale. And unless Central comes up with a master's degree in organ, then I'll stay at Central. Yale's whole audition process is like crazy. You have to know, you have to record 3 complicated pieces and the very specific pieces that they want. Then when you go for the audition, you have to play 3 other pieces that are different from the ones you pre-recorded. I have the director that I'm working with tomorrow actually is trying to apply for Yale's organ program. We'll see what God has in store for me, as I call it. I'm calling this a calling from God. I'm gonna go have some french fries because that's what I made for dinner. I just got in contact with my dentist who did phenomenal work on my teeth. I'm not saying anything bad. I'm just a little ticked off because yes, I probably should have called her. Yes, I probably should have said something that, you know, I lost my job. I don't really have a source of income. I personally feel like everything in America, unfortunately, is based around money. Not everything is about money. And I feel that the dentist that I told didn't seem to really per se buy like my reasons that I had as to what happened. And then they were like, oh, well, it's gonna take you 3 years to pay off what you owe if you pay $100 a month. I'm like, okay, well, that's all I could afford. I'm like, in my head, I'm trying to think about it rationally. This dentist has, I'm sure, a lot of money because they're a dentist. We all know dentists and lawyers are probably one of the highest paying jobs you can have. I'm over here returning coins, scraping cash, scraping every single penny I could find to make my ends meet. I can't even do that. So that's why I went back to school, make myself have a better life, to not be no more scraping, you know, for pennies or whatever the case may be to get some cash. Yes, I have 2 side jobs, but I need something else. And those 2 side jobs pay for my basics, but I need that side job to pay whatever else I need to pay. Whether that be a credit card bill or my Verizon iPad or whatever the case may be. They're like, oh, well, you know, you should have probably called and we've sent you notices and the whole 9 yards. Okay, I get that. There was mistakes on both ends. I just wish people were more understanding. I get it. I have a bill. I owe them money. I need to pay it off. And I told them, I'm like, okay, if I get anything extra, if I can pay anything extra, I will let you have it. I'm gonna go return these. I'm gonna see how much I have because I have to go put money into my bank account. I'm running into an issue here. My dad gave me that, and then my dad's like, here, go return some bottles. My dad didn't have to give me money. I'm trying to scrape up a little bit of pennies here and there so I can get my organ next week. Right now, I don't know how that's gonna happen because right now, if I don't go sing tomorrow because we have a storm, I'm gonna email the guy and be like, hey, listen, I had a question. Is there any way we can hold this off for another couple weeks? I understand you want to get rid of it. I just don't have the funds to rent out what I need to rent out to get the organ up here. My problem is getting also the people who can help bring it upstairs. I mean, I could hire movers to do it, but that's gonna cost me an arm and a leg. And I'm like, is this organ really worth all that? I'm just filming this for my own benefit. I got 20 bucks from returning my stuff. And watch this, guys. It just eats up your money. It eats up your money. That's the cool thing about these machines. They're really cool. All right, I again am falling into another bad day of Vlogmas. I'm really sorry, guys. Today just ran away, and then I had a couple things I had to do, and then I got into that thing with what I was telling you guys about earlier. So I think today it's gonna be another one of those sit-down videos, and I'm sorry for it because I really don't think I have enough footage. I decided that I'm probably gonna do a list of songs that I want to learn on the organ. I think I'm aiming a little bit high. I think the pieces are nice pieces that I've been hearing over and over again, and I've heard my organ teacher playing them. The pieces are difficult, yes, but it's pieces I want to learn. Let me go compile a list together as to what I want to learn, and then I'll come back on here and I'll explain to you guys. I'll tell you guys what I want to learn. Okay, so I made up a list of 6 pieces that I think I would like to learn. I mean, I'm sure the list will grow over time. This is just me listening to stuff on YouTube and hearing different organists play per se in the area. I have a whole list and lineup of like different songs they play, but I have to like hear it. I think I've heard so many different Bach pieces now that if I hear it again on a recording, I'm like, oh, I've heard this before, but it was live kind of thing. So I've been to a lot of organ concerts this year, but I'll do a recap of my whole year towards the end of the month. So the first piece that I really want to learn, which I realize is very difficult, I want to learn Toccata in Fugue in D minor by Bach. This is probably the most complicated piece, but it's so popular. I want to learn it because my dad is obsessed with it, and my plan for this is I will be learning it like undercover with probably with my organ teacher that I have now. Then when I have it ready, I'm gonna go bring my dad to the cathedral, be like, hey dad, I want to play you something, and just have him like either sit upstairs or have him sit down in the church and play it. I think the look on his face, I think afterwards will be so priceless. That's like the best thing I could probably do. Then there's a Toccata in E minor by Pachelbel. I guess the guy who wrote the Canon in D is the same guy who wrote this. I looked at the notes, I'm like, this is very complicated. I realize it's very intricate, and so is the Toccata and Fugue in D minor as well. Second piece, I believe, is the Toccata by Gigout. I'll leave everything down bar you guys can check it out. I'm sorry for mispronouncing these names, I really don't know. Fourth piece is the little prelude that I have from my little book by the piano. Little Prelude in C by Bach. I have been obsessed with this piece probably for some time now, and I really want to learn just the Prelude of it. I've done 2. I've done the Prelude in G minor, and I've learned the Prelude in F. These next 2 pieces, I don't know if they're arranged on the organ or if they were written for organ, so I'm going to say they are arranged for the organ. It's Adagio by Albino, Albinoni. That's pretty. I think I've heard my organ teacher play this on the organ. I've watched how he does everything probably since like July, about like a handful of times, and every time he played, I just stood there like, this guy really has a gift for what he does. And the last piece would be Adagio, which I guess is Agnus by Sameul Barber. Now I know that piece everyone usually plays for like 9/11. Okay, so those are really the only 6 pieces I could come up with. When will I get to that level? That is actually a very good question. Probably not for a while, because I have a lot of groundwork to do on piano first. Then I could slowly work my way up. So I will take you guys on a little snow venture and see exactly where the snow takes me. No, I'm not going to be driving in the snow. I don't know if I'm singing Mass tomorrow. I'm still waiting to hear back from the director at St. Catherine's as to if the father decided to cancel Mass or not. Good night, guys, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye!